folks. It's free. What are you waiting for?
Hi.
Hi, wanna play?
Yes, I'd like to play.
I think you'd better learn the rules first. Don't you think so?
That won't be necessary.
Okay then. So, ready to be humiliated?
I'm ready whenever you are. Let's play.
You go first, mental midget.
You dug your own grave, Pipsqueak. Push one of these two buttons. So, where's your sarcasm now, Mr. Genius?
But...
And there's a couple of other things I'd like to know, such as, where's the rest of your body? Or, now that I've won, where's my prize?
Here it is. I've lost! I've lost!
You only have yourself to blame. Thanks.
But...
Are they biting? Every desire is rooted in a need, a lack, or in suffering, and is therefore bound to give rise to a pain. Don't you think so? That's exactly why man, as the most highly developed expression of the will to live, has more needs than any other being. Man is nothing more than an incarnation of need. Contains an icky, slimy worm. Oh well, I guess it's no use trying to fool you. I confess, I love earthworms. I'll find you a nice home, okay, little guy? It says, lost cat. Would the finder please return it, alive or embalmed, to the old lady in room 207. Owner is offering a generous reward.
Halt! Who goes there?
I'm a student selling encyclopedias to pay my tuition, and I wondered if you might...
Ah, a student! Yes, I know your type. Give you an inch and you'll take a mile. Now, just you listen here. Stay away from here or I'll have Fluffy tear you to shreds. Get it? Out of here!
Yes, right away. Please don't hold it against me.
What?
Oh, nothing. My sense of guilt works overtime. Empty, or rather, full of air. Can't afford to get lost. It's a jungle out here. If this cat were to run westward as fast as it eats, it just might end up in the Guinness Book of Records as the longest-running cat in history. It says out of order here, but I'm not sure it actually refers to the door. If I told you I liked it, I'd be telling you a lie. Good heavens! Now that really is a surprise. The Ferris wheel is not entirely out of service, and I thought that the park's biggest attraction was a pizza man's foul-smelling, clod-hopping footwear. So, just a moment. My teacher, Miss Van Horde, always said the thing I did best in school was making maps. Actually, what she said was taking naps, but it must have been just one of those slips of the tongue. Sorry to bother you.
Never mind. Someone was bound to do it sooner or later.
I bet you're as big an expert on aliens as I am.
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't give a hoot.
So just what do you do here?
Some folks just won't learn to mind their own business.
What are you reading?
Hey, it's pretty strong stuff.
You mean stuff like Rimbaud, Les Poètes Maudits, and all that?
Who? What? What the heck are you talking about? This is the new catalog from Fredericks of Hollywood. You ought to see these babes.
You know what I think of you? You're very rude.
Well, get a load of this guy. Comes barging in here as if you own the place, and then if you don't agree with everything he says, hey guy, you know what you can do? Crawl right back underneath your rock.
Zoinks! I forgot to take my pills. I really must go.
Is it really that urgent?
Yeah, if I don't take them, I'll die.
Ha ha!
Mother always used to say, if you can't think of anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Hey! Leave that alone!
I hereby take possession of this planet in the name of the United States of America. Ah, forget it. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? If it's about your pancreas, I suggest you go to a specialist. Not exactly. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tony Duff, and I'm... So it's because of you that we're stuck here moldering away in Halloween Park for God knows how long. Well, let's try and see the good side of things. You'll be able to enjoy all the attractions of the park, see all the shows, and... Oh, great! Now we're going to have to put up with those pitiful, stinking clowns, a bunch of drunk pirates, and a bearded woman who looks like my dog for who knows how long. Thanks a heap.
Speaking of dogs, I don't suppose you've seen someone dragging my dog around? He's big and purple, about my height.
You know, I did see something of that description a few hours ago. I was just trying to convince the hot dog vendor to make me one, with no success, when some sort of madman bumped into me and ran off to the north. He was in an awful hurry, and he had something rather like a taper chained around his neck, like this. I thought he must have been a part of some sort of magic show, so I didn't really...
Don't worry, you've been a great help. The one who ought to be worried scoundrel who ran off with my dog. I swear he'll pay for it, or I'm not Tony Tough. Or I'm not Tony Tough. That's better. Do you have a minute, little devil?
You'll have to excuse him, but Dave doesn't speak to strangers, especially pushy ones like you.
Is that so, your lordship? Well then, you could just tell your friend that the pushy stranger had the right idea when he told him where he could put that pitchfork.
Quit it! It's not his fault!
Oh, really? And would you mind telling me why?
It's a long, sad story, and it goes all the way back to Halloween night 2 years ago. Dave and I had been out throwing rotten eggs all night, and we were on our way back home with all our loot. It started pouring down, and just as we were going up to Dave's door, a stranger with a big head came up to him, beat him up, and ran off down the lane with his candies. He's never been the same since.
I've heard this story before. Astounding. Without a doubt, the biggest one I've ever seen. Good evening, Mr. Rufus. Let me introduce myself. My name's Tony Tough, and...
Hey, guys, go tell the boss. The salad man's run off again.
Good one. So, I'm looking for...
Don't say it. Let me guess. The exit. What else would a vegetable man on the run be looking for?
You guessed it. Can you help me?
Of course. But even if I did tell you, there's no way you can get out of Halloween Park. The boss has closed the gate for some stupid reason. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I had other things on my mind. I had just challenged Gwendol the Jester to a contest down at the Bearded Walrus. Which one of us could keep his head submerged in a barrel of rum the longest?
So, who won in the end?
The rum, as far as I remember.
I like your friends. What are they doing?
Nothing. Just standing there.
Gee, it's getting late. I'd love to stay here and be insulted some more, I really would. But I just realized I'm going to be late for my ballet class. Excuse me, Mr. Rufus. Got a minute?
So, what are you looking for now? Your mommy?
No, I'm looking for someone to challenge with my arm of steel.
Then you've come to the right place, small fry. I'm the strongest man in this hemisphere.
So you're quite sure of that, are you?
Of course, milk toast. Wanna bet on it? Whoever scores highest on the test of strength takes the stakes.
Well, I'd really like to, but I'm afraid I'd come out without my wallet, so I can't...
Never mind, pygmy. Let's say I bet $1, and you don't have to bet anything. But you lose face, and the stupid little smile you've got stamped on your face. I think that will be enough. Don't you agree?
Sounds fair to me.
If you haven't got a hammer of your own, why don't you use this one?
That's fine with me, but I really must get going to practice now. I'll be back.
As you wish, Micro. But remember, Rufus the Strong doesn't like cowards. The last guy who ran away after I challenged him.
Is he still wandering the earth trying to find out who he was?
No. He went on to a Hollywood career directing the famous soap opera Nearcut in Japan.
You don't say.
So I tried, Tar, but that was worse. Get it, Tar and all that? And what about this one? Voila! An Escherichia coli! Ah, shoot! I hate those stupid brats!
Say, those balloons look exactly like the ones they use for the breathalyzer tests.
That's exactly what they are, stupid! They're the only balloons I can get for free.
Did you know that the Doppler effect is produced by a change in the speed of a wave emitted by a source in relation to the position of the observer?
What does that have to do with it?
Absolutely nothing. I just wanted to show you that even though I might come up with poor lines, I'm no fool.
Get lost! What more do you want?
Why don't you show me one of your acts? After all, that's what you're paid for, right?
Well, I suppose I could, if you really want me to.
Why didn't I keep my mouth shut?
And now... a wiener! I can't believe it. You're still smiling. Bet you can't wait to see more. Voila! An eel! That's amazing. You're still smiling. Ladies and gentlemen! A pillar!
I always thought I would have liked to be a
I must
thief.
be getting
It's an
better.
eclectic
I've
way of
never had
life.
such an enthusiastic reception. What you've all been waiting to see.
It's a nice evening, isn't it? So, in your opinion, what are the repercussions of Popper's theory of epistemological development on the recent triumphs of biotechnology? You know, you're so ugly, not even your own hair can stand being near you. Could you give me $1? Hey, the pizza parlor is on fire! What are you dreaming about? Are you dreaming about food? Now stay right there. I'll be back. Got him. Just like any other trash can in this poor excuse for a fun fair. Hey, just a second. What's that? Christmas is early this year. Thanks, Mr. Trash Can.
What do you say to a stilt? I could go on making you laugh forever, little guy.
Now, rocks by riverbanks are normally smooth and round. How odd. Hey, but that's not a rock. It's a plaster cast, just like the ones I had when I was little, for my toy scientists. Absolutely filthy. It says, "Lost cat. With a finder, please return it, alive or embalmed, to the old lady in room 207. Owner is offering a generous reward." I wish I had that much hair. La, boo boo boo, la la la, boo boo boo.
Are you trying to say something? Or do you always have stuff like that slipping out of your mouth?
But you could talk!
How odd. I was just about to say the same thing.
I'm so sorry, sir, but
No apologies will be necessary. I know it's the nature of your kind to make fun of those who are different from you, and over the years I've learned that getting upset about it will change nothing.
maybe it's only the fact that I'm out of the reach of your claws that permits me to be so bold. But allow me to say that generalizations of that kind are symptomatic of a certain lack of perspicacity.
I wish that were true. I really wish.
Why are you shut up in this cage? Is it because you're paid to?
Oh no. If I had truly been the author of my own destiny, I would not harbor such discontent. This is the sad story of my existence. A number of years ago I was found, on the verge of death, concealed in a rolled-up doormat, when this squalid funfair was being set up in one of the northern states. I was just a pup. As soon as they realized this wasn't a costume, they took me to the boss of Halloween Park.
Who decided to adopt you, right?
Not exactly. He decided he owned me. And I've been locked up in this cage ever since, condemned to amuse visitors in exchange for a few spoonfuls of watered-down soup a day.
So, how do you like being a carnival sideshow?
It wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the entrails they obtusely keep offering me as food. Every now and then, Mortimer brings me one of his old poetry books. Those verses keep my heart free deep down inside, though I live like a butterfly with broken wings.
Who's Mortimer?
Mortimer is the human who runs that dismal bazaar not far from here. A nice guy for a hypnotist.
Do you ever wish you were free?
In my dreams, I often imagine what it would be like to be free. But when I wake up on the cold, hard floor of this cage, I find that tie with my dreams is cut so brusquely that I'd rather not dream at all. Illusions are both sweet and bitter.
If I set you free, would you help me?
I don't see what you're getting at.
It doesn't matter. You don't owe me anything. You were born free, and you have as much right to your freedom as anyone else has.
You are a truly wonderful little man.
Are you sure there's nothing else I can do for you?
You could tell me about the world beyond these bars.
Well, let's see. There's lots of dogs, and the usual TV evangelists, a lot of awful goings-on, and not much else. You don't lead a happy life, do you?
Sometimes I wish they'd left me for dead, wrapped up in that doormat.
How sad.
I hope you know what you're talking about. You do know the difference between sadness and melancholy, don't you?
Well, the truth is, No.
Let me tell you about it then. Sadness and melancholy are both states of malcontent. The former feeds on itself in a downward spiral, leading to a state of absolute inertia and possibly self-destruction if taken to extremes. Sadness is therefore fundamentally destructive in nature. Melancholy, on the other hand, is a state typical of the artist, who gives voice to his pain in words, music, or images, expressing his pain and turning it into a creative force. The life I lead is a deeply melancholic life.
I see. I'd love to stand here chatting for hours, but I'm afraid I have a case to solve.
Don't worry, and remember, often fear is only the result of fatigue and loneliness.
I'll try to keep that in mind. Raspberry, freshly chewed. Whoever stuck it on here can't be far away. I can still smell his fear. Mind if I ask you something?
I sure do mind. I don't want anything to do with you or your kind. You think I didn't see you come into the park all dressed up like Little Bo Peep? It's enough to make me feel sick.
Excuse me, kid. I don't suppose you've seen a big, fat, purple dog by any chance?
Didn't really look like a dog, more like some kind of a fat purple animal. And I must say it didn't look very happy at all, tied up and muzzled like that.
It must have been Panda Gruel, my dog.
That was a dog?
Thanks, kid. Your name will be in my report.
Don't you try any of that. That's how they framed me. My kid's name ain't gonna be on the report. You got it?
You have any idea where they were taking Panda Gruel?
I have absolutely no idea. I saw it out of the corner of my eye while we were feeding pistachios to the beast. I think that the crazy guy who was carrying it slung over his shoulders went that way. Isn't that right, Dad?
I honestly don't remember, Timothy.
Could you tell me one more time, which way were they taking Panda Gruel?
That way, right, Dad?
I really don't remember, Timothy.
What sort of fancy dress is your dad wearing?
Fancy dress?
You accuse me of wearing a dress one more time, and you'll be spending the night at the bottom of the sea.
Whoops, what a bird brain I am. I just remembered I left the light on in the pot on the stove. And all this in a tow-away zone. There's no time to lose. Big and colorful, just the way I like them. But what does it do? I'd really like to know what this funny little button is for.
Isn't it great?
I must admit I do feel pleasantly sick.
Here you are again, little guy.
And now, a slug! That's amazing! You're still smiling! Voila!
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Tony Tough, famous private eye, renowned the world over for his uncommon ability to salivate.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm working on a very important case these days. They were about to give the case to another guy, but the government insisted they wanted Tony Tough. You know how it is, just minor problems like saving the universe, defending humanity against gargantuan monsters, battles to the death. My work is the price to be paid for freedom, but that's enough about me. I must be boring you.
Oh no, don't worry about that. I wasn't even listening to you.
Could you explain to me just how this attraction works?
I'm sure you'll be able to understand if you really concentrate. Now watch my lips. This is a tunnel of love. Guys and girls come here to spend some time alone together. Get it?
Of course I know what you mean by alone. What a question. Do you know what Polly the parrot says about girls? She says they're so dumb that, well, I don't recall her exact words precisely, but she said that girls are dumb.
Who cares what a parrot says? Those damn birds are so brainless that if you want to drive them crazy, all you have to do is put them in a round cage and tell them there's some birdseed for them over there in the corner.
You know, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. How could I ever forget those eyes, baby?
Maybe you're right.
See?
Yeah, now I know where I've seen that face before. That's right, in the juggling seal show they had last year.
Oh, but I was just wondering why a lovely, intelligent girl like you should be wasting her time in a dump like this.
Do you ever think of something without saying it aloud, Mr. Tough?
Why, don't you have the juggling seals anymore?
Well, Congress passed a motion to the effect that all fun fairs must have at least one restroom. And, well, the boss didn't have enough funds to pay for everything. So we had to choose between the seals and the restroom, and I guess he made the right choice.
And what happened to the seals?
Well, I heard that some of them were secretly sold to one of the big burger chains.
And what about the rest of them?
I don't know, but it's quite likely they're still hanging around the park disguised in overcoats asking questions about their missing friends.
What if I asked you to get into one of those swans with me and share a few sweet moments together?
You know, I'm sure we'd make a great couple. If it weren't for you, that is.
What would I have to say to make you say yes?
Ever think of doing something about those disfiguring eruptions on your skin?
Do you girls take classes in how to demolish a guy's self-esteem, or is it a skill you're just born with?
So, how long do you think we can go on answering questions with more questions?
What's that you say?
Go take a hike.
Ladies and gentlemen, a cigarette!
Welcome to Mortimer's Bazaar, dear customer. A bridge between the world of the living and the world of the dead. It's the truth, where objects exist purely for the purpose of getting bought up cheap and sold at a profit, just as the tenets of capitalism impose. And so be it.
Hi.
Is there any way I can be of assistance which will not involve a risk of contracting osteomyelitis?
I think there is. I was wondering what your crow's name was.
His name is Antelope.
Why call an animal after another animal?
Because I'm a strange sort of guy. It's the truth.
Yes. What was all that about the link between the world of the living and the world of the dead that you mentioned when I first came in here?
Well, first of all, it is the entrancing and consolatory scent of death that pervades the air in here.
And what else?
And then there's the fact, it's the truth, that almost all the things I sell in here once belonged to people who are now dead.
That's very interesting. The perfect crime. Hi there, Mr. Chicken. Aha! Another piece in the puzzle. Hi there, Sonny. My name is Tony Tough.
Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Wally. You know my dad runs a cucumber plantation?
The cucumbers. Is jumping up and down like that part of an early prevention program against senile rigidity of the joints?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Duff, I'm trying to keep my bladder under control. I've been waiting to use the restroom for hours.
Do you know who's in there?
Well, no, I knocked several times, but the only answer I got was a sort of gurgling snarl.
So whoever's in there has either got the Ebola virus or is very rude. Do you really think that jumping up and down will help you retain control?
I'm afraid it ain't.
You know, I heard that.
But Mr. Tubb, I already tried using cloves of garlic as suppositories.
Then I'm afraid we only have two choices. Getting him out of the bathroom or buying you new shorts. I don't suppose you've seen a funny-looking purple animal anywhere around the park?
Sure have, Mr. Tubb. I had just gone to get a drink at the Witch's Fountain and was on my way to the main square when I was knocked down by a huge troglodyte bearing a small fuchsia-colored warthog on his back.
Did you see where they were going?
I would have liked to stop and watch, but I was in a hurry to get rid of all that water I had drunk before it was too late.
I can understand that.
I saw they headed off to the north, but then I had to run over here. I'm sorry I can't help you any more than that, sir.
Don't worry, little guy. You've helped me plenty. Where did you say the monster was going with my warthog slung over his back?
He took the road that goes northwest out of the central square, and I'm afraid that's all I know, sir.
Have you decided what you want to be when you grow up?
I sure have, sir.
So tell me, what are you going to be?
My greatest dream is to become a private detective, to contribute my intelligence and perseverance to the fight against crime and marital infidelity, to refuse all compromise between good and evil.
What moving words, my boy. Your wholehearted faith in truth and justice is most touching.
What did you say?
I am a private detective, Wally, you know?
Of course, a private detective, sir. Now, can I ask you something?
Sure, kid.
How can I tell the good from the bad?
Well, good guys usually wear white and have nice, reassuring music in the background.
Mind if I ask you something else?
Sure, Wally.
Why do male dogs lift their leg when they pee?
They don't just do it to keep from getting their feet wet, like some people say, but for two perfectly good reasons. First of all, by raising a leg, the dog compresses the muscles around his bladder, helping him control the release of urine.
Oh!
And then, it seems that this particular behavior is the result of a hormone produced in the testicles of male dogs. In fact, dogs which have been sterilized often do not raise their legs.
That's most interesting. Mind if I ask you something else?
Sure, kid.
If medical science has made such great strides in the field of transplants, why is it that human brain transplants have yet to become a common procedure?
Well, Wally, I would say that the answer to that lies in the fact that volunteer donors are so extremely rare.
Mind if I ask you something else?
Does it have anything to do with lumber?
No.
Well, then I'm afraid your curiosity will have to go unsatisfied for the moment. I have to get going and look for my assistant.
Good luck then, Mr. Tub.
Good luck to you too, Sonny. Yay! Must try to stay calm. Predators can smell fear. I'm afraid that would only increase the number of variables beyond my control. But on the other hand, it just might work. It's just like Grandma said. Tony, pet the dog from the outside. I think it would be better to open the gate from the outside. Wow, what a skateboard! The alligator's in orbit!
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure that if my bladder knew how to talk, it would thank you much more eloquently than I can.
Truly moving!
What you've all been waiting to see. A telescope! I could go on making you laugh forever.
Astounding! Heavens, just a tiny bit farther and I would actually have succeeded in pushing it down.
So, what do you say to... a beam? That's a... And now... a pipe! I must be getting...
This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you, little guy. If I'm not much mistaken, that earthworm ought to be deep frozen by now. Thank goodness for the inductive method. Open.
Voila! A straight banana! You have...
This is for you, Miss Van Horn. Remember what you used to say at school. Well, eat your words. You see, I'm not irrecoverably stupid. I'm not stupid after all. Why bother? It's just a perfectly ordinary filthy plastic bowl. Excuse me, Mr. Rufus. Got a minute?
So, what are you looking for now? Your mommy?
No, I'm looking for someone to challenge with my arm of steel.
Then you've come to the right place, small fry. I'm the strongest man in this hemisphere!
So you're quite sure of that, are you?
Of course, milk toast. Wanna bet on it? Whoever scores highest on the test of strength takes the stakes.
How about a game of chess instead?
Okay, may the best man win.
What? The night too?
Alright, small fry. Where's all that bravery gone now?
Ahem.
So, shall we get back to that old bet on the test of strength?
Well, I'd really like to, but I'm afraid I've come out without my wallet, so I can't...
Never mind, pygmy. Let's say I bet $1, and you don't have to bet anything. But you lose face, and the stupid little smile you've got stamped on your face. I think that will be enough. Don't you agree?
Sounds fair to me.
If you haven't got a hammer of your own, why don't you use this one?
I've got my own personal hammer, thank you. And you're going to wish you hadn't asked, gastropod.
Ha! Bite your tongue!
I've always wondered just how you tell one end of these things from the other.
Hey, this belongs to you, kid. You won! And all Rufus the Strongman can do now is go back to buttering bread down at the soup kitchen.
Thanks. Dear Mr. Rufus, things do not always go the way we'd like them to. For instance, you don't think I actually chose to have my hair cut like this, do you?